And we're live. We're not very balanced, but we're live.
Do we need to be balanced? Fair and balanced or just balanced?
Oh, I can pinch.
Hey, there's no off button on this. Right
no,
here.
no.
Just go strong all the time.
I mean, I can tighten the picture, but in case.
Is this really representative of our sizes?
I would say so, yeah.
My head is like 3 times the size of your head.
I didn't think about that. Well, yours is more out here. Mine's more up here.
Elongated.
Yeah, you're like a little balloon, a little round.
A little thicker.
It's just round. I mean,
Everything's round.
everything's round.
What's the shape of your head more like?
I got it tall.
More
my
like a
forehead's
square?
tall.
Maybe like a...
Yeah. If we're going off of shapes, I would say square. It'll be the same height.
I'm not tired yet.
Oh wow, that's good.
Hang on.
Yeah,
It's coming.
Your tummy's full, so you should be tired.
It'll come.
I wonder as we get closer, if I remember right, summer, springtime, we don't have as many folks.
Yeah,
More
it's about
people-
this time of year.
More people outside doing things.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Like if I wasn't here right now, what would I be doing?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah,
You would have probably be cooking dinner.
did that last night.
Right, but you'd...
Well, did you see my dinner last night on the Facebooks?
No, I was busy last night.
Well, he had all evening, like
That's right.
5 to 10,
That's right.
5 to 9 for you.
There you go. Answered your own question. But you'd be making dinner, having a cocktail.
No.
Relaxing cocktail.
I can't remember last time I had a cocktail.
What's going on? The doctor tell you had to quit? Are you going to die?
No, I'm eventually going to die.
We all are, Chris. You tell me that every day.
Yeah. But no, I can't remember last time I had it.
So you don't partake in the devil's juice anymore?
Only when I'm with you.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Helps me get by.
Well, there's some truth in that. 25 years this has been going on, you and I.
Yeah, no, I can't remember last time I had a cocktail.
So you were a young, spry.
If I wasn't here right now, I would be mowing the yard.
You just mowed it 2 days or over the weekend.
I know, but it's time to go again.
Already?
Yeah. Well, another part, I live
Wait a second. How often do you mow your yard?
every other day, probably.
Are you? No, wait. You're serious?
Yes.
Why?
3 to 4 times a week. Every other day. 3 times a week, probably. Sometimes more.
Now your yard. I'm gonna be fair. You're very proud of your yard. You work hard at it.
Well, I live underneath a pecan tree,
You do.
and now the green things are falling.
You do. But you work hard
Soon
at
the
it.
sap is coming.
Yeah, you work hard at it.
I
But
do. Yeah.
So when in your life did that become a major thing for you?
Always been.
Even when you were a youngster.
I remember. I remember around my junior high, going into my freshman year, I was at the baseball field with Chapel, working on the field.
Okay, so that's what planted the seed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I love watching baseball, and I love the field.
So that's why you have the roller. That's why you do the
Edging.
Yeah, that all makes sense.
Yeah. So I love the stripes.
Once every 2 to 3 weeks in my house.
Oh wow.
Well, you gotta let it grow. It's like your hair. You gotta let it grow all the old stuff out.
The roots aren't very happy.
Oh, roots?
Grass roots.
What does it do when I let it grow
Well,
out?
you want your grass to grow, not up, but
You think this is why my neighbors cuss at me when they drive by?
have they ever turned you into?
Nobody's ever turned me in, but I think they watch the show and they know how many guns I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a neighbor across the way turn me in for my alley one time.
Wait a second. Your alley?
My
Is that
alley.
your responsibility?
Half of it, yeah.
And you'd let it go?
I don't have an exit out my gate.
Well, just have somebody come out and put one in.
Yeah.
That's a couple $100. You're done.
Yeah.
We could put a gate in.
But I sprayed it for weeds, so that
okay.
helps.
Killed
That
it.
helps. Yeah. Killed quite a bit of it. So
Yeah. Got the pool. We got the pool opened up.
Brittany says that's a lot of mows.
Yeah, it is.
Carrie, is Carrie always watch on Facebook?
I think so.
Wow. All right, let's start the show.
Okay.
Welcome to the Open Mic Podcast with Chris Evans, Phil Nichols, along with Ronnie Phillips. The Open Mic Podcast is part of the Second Banana Media Podcast Network. Coming to you live from Guthrie, Oklahoma, inside the Second Banana Media Studios, here's Chris Evans.
Hello and welcome. Open Mic Podcast, Wednesday, May 14th, 2025, 94 degrees today. Make it 95 degrees today.
Yeah.
That is a warm day. It's kind of a more even dangerous day than like in the summer. At least in the summertime, you build up and you kind of get used to the heat. When you have the heat out of nowhere,
Yeah, it's bad.
boy, it'd be a bad time to have a wedding this weekend.
Oh, boy. Luckily, it's indoors.
Oh, it's indoors?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, it's indoors.
that helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a crazy, crazy week with, well, you got a wedding.
I'm
We
glad
have-
some of my friends are coming.
I'm
Whatever.
questionable. 50-50.
I know. Well, I don't think it's 50-50.
You don't think it's 50-50?
No.
I think it's
You
perfect.
started planting the seeds of not being able to
Just
make it
telling
last
the truth
week.
is what I was doing.
Planting seeds, telling the truth, tomato, whatever it is.
My plan is to be there.
Yeah.
Now Sam might not be there.
Well, Sam hates us now?
Well, we would have to meet two separate vehicles to get there,
You can't swing by and pick her up?
and I'm gonna be rushing to get there for William's wedding.
Whatever.
I'm just.
Just add it to the disappointments poor Williams experienced in his life.
Do you ever call him Bill?
When I want to make you mad, I call him Willie.
Willie.
Yeah.
yeah. I should have known you thought.
Willie. Oh, Willie.
Carrie. Oh, Carrie. She says she normally does watch on YouTube, but trying to finish mowing 21 pecan trees. Oh my gosh, 21. I have a
It's a lot of
meltdown.
pecans.
I have a meltdown with one pecan tree.
Why don't you rip it out and put something new in? Oh, that's the big tree, isn't it? We still have to do some trimming on that.
Oh, it's so bad.
We need to.
I'm actually going to have to because it cuts down on my. It gives my Bermuda grass too much shade.
I've offered.
No, the work is still there. It has
Well,
not
I've
gone away.
offered. I mean, I can't just show up uninvited.
Since when?
Well, you told me to stop doing that
Well, I said quit coming in my bedroom
at night.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it was a little
Third
awkward.
time it got a little weird.
It was a little awkward. The last time you looked at me and said you got 5 minutes to leave, it was a little awkward.
So we got wedding for Phil on Saturday
Well, for my son,
for Tippy Toes.
That's
Tippy
right.
Toes getting married. Congratulations
Getting married.
to William and
Kara.
Kara.
Yep. Yeah.
So she's going from a dean to a pro. I always like to ask the females. Oh, by the way, Ronnie's not here, but I always like to ask the females their maiden name, and then
I wonder if she's going to keep her do the
I just assume Pruitt's taking her name,
dean. Well, it should.
Michael Dean. Oh, we already got a Michael Dean.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Willie Dean.
Willie Dean, yeah, Willie Dean.
It could be Willie William Dean.
Yeah,
Willie William Pruitt Dean.
I saw the couple's picture on.
Yep.
I mean, it's legally done. I mean, they're legally married right now.
Are they?
Oh yeah, the document. I'm sure the judge has to sign to make it official.
They had dinner with the
Honorable.
honorable this week. Prepare for the event this weekend.
How did they go?
Don't know. I haven't talked to him about it. I figured it went fine.
Do you have to go through counseling to get married these days?
Not to get married, but it'd be a good idea for Kara to go through counseling before she marries Willie.
Has she had a blind vision test?
You know what? I asked that question,
Right.
and she said, "What?" I mean, I'm not for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we jest, but we're excited for Michael and Kara. It'll be an exciting day. They'll starting their life together. We'll see.
Well,
how
you
it
have to
turns
get
out.
serious because they think you're.
Oh no, they don't watch, but it's but it is a stressful going into a wedding is stressful for people. Not for me, is because I don't have to do anything.
They can make it a little extra stressful. Too.
Well, it's just I had to tell somebody. I said, "You're not getting married. They are."
Right.
You know, it's all right. Everybody's got their own thing.
So, weddings, do people try to do the up people's because what other people think of their wedding or because of what they think of their wedding?
I think it's been this way forever. I think some people, weddings are a massive thing for, right?
Not for me.
Not for me either.
Yeah.
Tanya and I had a nice little wedding. We probably had, I don't know, there was probably 70 people there. I mean, total. You know, it was a nice wedding. And
You count the 25 prisoners?
Well, no, they were there to clean up.
Yeah.
But it was a nice small service, and we were happy with that, you know. But some people want a big, elaborate, and that's fine too. It's whatever you want to do. I don't understand that.
Especially the spending of
Thousands and thousands of dollars.
And I always think, man, I can take those extra thousands of
And
dollars
do a lot of things.
and do a lot of things.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
If you're going to completely do it, why not just put it toward an extra day on the honeymoon?
Why not just? This is. I think if Tanya and I had it to do it over, we would elope. We would have just went off and got married,
like in a chapel in Las Vegas.
Yeah, chapel.
A chapel. Yeah.
I think that's yet again one of the smarter things that I've heard.
It's cheaper.
But a lot of people, that's just, you know, weddings are really important. I get it. I mean,
Yeah.
it just depends on them. A lot of it, I think, has to do with the families too.
I wonder if like 5 years later they go, huh, was it worth it?
I had a cousin.
The answer is some yes, some no.
I had a cousin that got married similar time to us. I think their wedding was a little bigger, a little fancier. Years later, we were talking because we got married a week apart. Mm-hmm. Years later, he said, "Well, I'd like to have the money we spent on that now."
Yeah.
You know,
That would go through my mind.
Yeah. But I think it's just a personal choice.
Again, I earlier I said I like to ask ladies their maiden name.
Yeah.
Like Tanya's maiden name?
Hollenbach. Yeah,
So she went from a Hollenbach to a Nichols.
That's right.
A lot easier.
It is easier.
I think a Nichols sounds easier than.
Yeah.
Or I think I'd go through life.
Yeah.
As a Nichols and a Hollenbach.
Yeah,
Hollenbach girl.
Hollenbach girl.
Yeah.
It was, you know, and then my mother's maiden name is Ashlock.
Right.
So we have good, strong German bloodlines between the Hollenbachs and the Ashlocks.
Ashlock to a Nichols.
Yeah.
Sam went from a Privet to an Evans.
So a little fancier to a little more simple name.
Yeah. Privet with an E.
See, I think
there's privets without the E,
right.
and there's privets with the E.
I think of Evans in the same line I do like Smiths, Jones.
Really? You think
Johnson.
it's a common name?
I do.
The only bad thing about Evans, like the Evans house,
Yeah.
it's a EVANS apostrophe. You don't add apostrophe S, you just add the apostrophe.
But you know, Nichols is a common name.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Nichols out there.
Yeah.
So
Brittany, she's watching.
what was Brittany's maiden name?
Nagel.
Nagel.
To a Timmons.
That's a little complicated. Nagel.
I think I would, if I had to pick a name, I would go with Timmons over Nagel.
Nagel's pretty cool.
Is it Nagel, Nagle?
If your name was Nina, it'd be Nina Nagel.
It's EL, but
I have a cousin who married a young lady by the name of Penny. Her name for the last 40 years has been Penny Nichols.
like Sarah Phillips, she was a Sarah Adams.
Sarah Adams, okay. She
Adams.
looks like an Adams.
Adams to a Nichols.
She looks.
I'm Adams to a.
We went on one date, Chris.
Well,
We're not getting married yet. We got to see how it goes.
I thought that was the invitation, but it was something else. So she goes from an Adams to a Phillips.
Yeah.
That feels pretty even.
That does. I think that's an even trade.
Nagel is German as well.
Yeah. Good, strong German name.
I saw Carrie. Her maiden name is Panic, pronounced Panic.
Wait, Panic? Like, Panic?
Yeah, but it's Panach.
Yeah.
I think that it's a great name, but Garrison makes it a little bit more simpler.
I bet she got called Panache all the time.
Oh, you're talking about like all the sales
Panache.
calls.
Like chapels were always Chappelles, right?
Yeah.
Chappelles. It's hard to screw up Evans and Nichols.
Evans is called sometimes Evans.
Evans. Yeah.
Carrie says she went from Panic to Garrison to Affleck.
That's right, she did.
Carrie came up in conversation. I think Brittany's going to be working on a future podcast with Aflac.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Carrie's an awesome girl. She does so much, and her husband's an entrepreneur too. He owns his own business, and so that's a cool family. Very good people.
Yeah. Jamie's asking me to sing.
Jamie.
Morgan Newton.
Morgan?
She went from a Morgan to a Newton.
Fair trade? Morgan Newton?
I think it's fair. I would go, I like the Newton.
See, I like the Morgan.
You like the Morgan?
I do like the Morgan. What do you think? See, I think Morgan horse, very beautiful animal.
I think of Morgan Auto World.
Well, that's probably why you wanted to go Newton.
Probably right. Newton's
but
apple.
I think Morgan, the Morgan horse, a very beautiful
Mike
breed
Morgan.
of horse.
Mike Morgan.
Well, I mean, he didn't enter the equation. Is he the one that's married to the ugly woman?
Why am I? What's her name? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I was thinking holla back. Holla back, girl.
Oh yeah.
Darla.
Darla.
I think that's Darla.
Darla.
Darla. So the other question when I speak with ladies and their married name and
You speak to a lot of our wives.
yeah.
That's something we need to talk about at some point.
I do. Okay, so Leslie says, mine was Hamilton. Preacher wrote wrong date on marriage certificate. Nobody caught it in time, so I have 2 certificates and 2 marriage dates. Legal one says maiden name Dayton. So Leslie goes from Dayton. No. She goes from Hamilton to Dayton. Thought process on that. It's a shorter name to spell.
Yep.
It's to write out.
I like Hamilton. I like Dayton too, but I like Hamilton because I always think of.
I think Dayton is a little bit more specific. I think there's a bunch of Hamiltons.
But how do you spell it? You're going to spell it wrong. Hamilton, you don't mess it up.
You're going to spell that wrong, yeah.
These are all things
in my
you gotta
mind, because
consider.
Dayton, there was a lot of Daytons that came through Guthrie.
I'm surprised how many people don't know how to spell Nichols correctly.
Yeah, they leave the H out.
Well, you always get the Nickles.
Oh,
Nichols.
yep.
And I always look at them and go, I'm not a serial killer.
Well, the currency.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
the currency.
Yeah. It's like Philip. They get that wrong. They always want to put 2 L's.
Well, that's not biblical.
Well, no, you wouldn't do that. One L, Philip.
Leslie, according to documentation, she married her relative.
Well,
That can't be. Well,
no, that's accepted.
no,
in some
it's
places.
2025.
You can do whatever. Well, no, that changed. We're back to.
Oh, we're back?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay. I can't keep up.
It's a lot.
Cannot
It's a lot
keep
to get
up.
arms around.
So the other question I like to ask them is, like, if I was talking to Tanya, like I did the other day, I said, well, I knew the answer. That's probably not a good one for her. But how long have you been a Nichols compared to a Hollenbach?
She's been a Nichols longer than she's been a
Correct.
Hollenbach.
Yeah. A lot of people go, oh, I never thought of that.
By a long shot, actually, at this point.
So Sam,
She's almost doubled up the time as a Nichols compared to a Hollenbach.
Sam's, I think 3. No.
Doubled up.
19.
How old was Sam when you got married?
What, 19.
Goodness.
She graduated.
Go pick that right from the vine, didn't you?
She graduated in May. The following year, got married in May.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah. So she's been married. She's been at Evans longer than a Privet.
Yeah. Plus 6. Kimmy Evans Knight.
Knight. Nite.
Yes, but you know that. Many people probably don't know that.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you, Kimmy. You left a good name. Evans to a Knight.
Evans to a Knight.
Good
Knight's
Knight.
a good name too, though.
Yeah, I do like Knight. Knight is a good name.
I like it.
It's going to be misspelled all the time, but
Well, I mean, if you're dumb, yeah. Let me go with it.
okay. You wouldn't spell it Nite?
Huh?
You wouldn't spell it Knight Nite?
N-I-G-H-T? N-I-G-H-T?
Yeah. There's a place, I don't know if it's still open in
K-N-I-G-H-T?
Alva, the Nightlight.
Oh, the Nightlight.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
The second time I ever been frisked.
Voluntarily?
No, by security.
Concert?
No, I was there to umpire the Big Legion tournament and we went out that night, and there was a stabbing the night before. So they started frisking
What the hell
people.
is wrong with our country?
Well, this was way back. This would have been like.
No, I'm not saying it's all new. I mean, but just.
So Jamie has been a Morgan for 29 and a Newton for 25. So she's got a little work to go.
She's been a what?
She's been a Morgan for 20. She was a Morgan for 29 and a Newton for 25.
She's getting there. She's closing in.
Jamie and I must have got married in the same year then.
My sister's now a Harbor. She went from Nichols to Harbor.
Ooh, that was a downgrade.
How do you think they spell that?
Harbor.
B-E-R.
Yeah, see, I thought
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Brittany was 22, so she hasn't quite got there yet. She's -5.
Tanya was 19 when we got married.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. How old were you? 32? Well, I mean, you're a lot older than Sam.
I was 22.
22.
22.
I was 21. 21 and 19. Mere pups. You know, that sounds so crazy now.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
You know, but yeah.
Like-
my grandma.
Like when Kel was 19, year and a half, almost 2 years ago, there's no way.
So my great grandpa Williams would be my mother's grandfather. Married my great grandma Williams. She was 14 when they got married. He was 19. You go to prison for that shit now.
Yeah.
You know,
the math equation does not work.
No, but
by the
back
way,
then it was a normal thing in the early 1900s.
the consent in Oklahoma is 16. I think they passed the law. It's now 18. I think starting November 1.
Consent for what?
Sexual relations.
Make love?
Yeah.
Huh. That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Well, Corey was an old man, 27 years old.
Good Lord. Holy criminy, Corey. Did he pick her up at the junior high for the wedding? My gosh, Corey. You got to slow down a little bit. They had a curfew to deal with.
Oh, my gosh.
So if Kel, I got to say Lance now because Kel's already 20.
21 in August.
Yeah. So if Kel or if Lance came to you and says, "Mom, Dad, I'm getting married. I'm 19." What would you say, Chris?
I would like some build up before.
No, it's just going to show up on a Thursday and just tell you. Met her 2 months earlier.
Buddy.
I met Tanya, proposed to her 3 months after I met her, got married 6 months after that first time I'd ever laid eyes on her.
You were married 6 months later?
6 months later, we were married.
Wow.
Yeah.
6 months later.
Yeah. I had a bite and I closed that shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess Sam and I knew each other for 5 years before we got married.
Long time.
Of course, she was 14. So I mean,
Junior high. Yeah, I know.
I know freshman high school.
Well, same difference. Didn't have a license yet, Chris.
No.
I know.
That was a big deal. She went to Edmond. They couldn't get her in. Well, that was.
Oh, for her license?
Why I remember that? I don't know.
Sam, because Sam's a very intense
I
person.
had to go to Stillwater.
So was Sam, was 14-year-old Sam as intense as grown woman Sam?
Oh, yeah.
So she was always this
Very
real competitive?
Real competitive.
Yeah.
Real competitive, yeah. Just to add, Brittany says, Hadley is 14. Heck no. She wants a boyfriend. There's
My
plenty of time.
great-grandma was married when she was Hadley's age. Had 15 kids.
Jamie says her granny was 15. Pawpaw was 27.
Yeah. I mean, it was just a normal thing. My great-grandpa worked on the railroad.
See, I always think of those people who've been married like 60 years.
My mom and dad.
Yeah.
My mom and dad have been married. Let me get this right. So 1961.
Like Sam's parents are coming up on 50, I think.
So 64 years. They've been married 64 years.
Wow.
Yeah. 64 years.
Man.
Yeah. God, that's a long time.
That is a long time.
64 years.
But like right now, in 13 days, it'll be 25 years for me.
Yeah, we'll be 38 this August.
So to get to 50, for me, that would be 47, 52, 72.
How about for me to get to, ooh, this is going to be rough.
So you're 12, add 12.
Oh, I'll be 70.
70.
Oh, that's happening.
Yeah,
Can we make it to 70 years married? 70, I want to be lived in my 90s. Just 90. Just 90, though.
You've increased your expiration date to 84.
I'm feeling good.
Well, I bet you are.
What does that mean?
I can have a piece gum.
Yeah, sure.
I can feel it coming on.
It's Big Red. You okay with that?
I love Big Red.
Oh, okay, good. I'm trying to quit chewing again, Chris. I'm easing into it.
I had you quit for how long?
I quit for a long time. Long time. I need to quit again. It's, you know, when you don't, when you're not a spitter, that can't be good for the internals.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna have.
Well, yeah, if you're trying to get to 84.
Oh no, 90.
Oh,
I'm gonna be married 70 years.
90 now.
Gotta make it to 90. I can do it.
So you talk about your expiration date.
Yeah. Yours?
No.
Oh, you're going to make it well into the 90s. You're one of those guys I think will be working hard to get to a Hondo. I think you got a shot at making a Hondo. I really do. No, I do. You live well. You eat clean. You got off the booze. That was a big thing. Whew. It was touch and go there for about a year and a half. Still don't know what drove you over the edge, but
I cannot remember the last time I had a little cocktail.
Really? You were on an apple kick there for a while.
I was probably with Brittany now that I think about it.
Right? You were on an apple kick for a while.
Yeah.
How long did the apple kick last? What are you doing?
What's up with this light?
Well, it's your fault. Just go with it, Chris.
Well, it's on my side.
I know. Just go with it. You're fine.
I guess you can't tell in there. I can tell up here, though. Oh, no, I was thinking, I feel weird even talking about it.
Why? About what?
It makes me sad if I think about
Well,
it.
go ahead. Say it. Let's just
Is
get
it
it
okay
out
if I say it?
Yeah, get it out there. What are we talking about?
Like, you always talk about your expiration date.
Yeah, when I die?
Right.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's fine, but...
Yeah. We all get a chance.
What about Tanya?
Oh, no, let's not talk about
Yeah.
that.
Ain't that weird?
No.
Yeah.
I could I don't even like thinking about
I
that.
know that. It's not even my wife, and I was like, man,
I'm the same way, though, with Sam.
Yeah.
Sarah, Mrs. Chapel.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah,
It's different. I mean, it's almost like dudes need to die at some point.
Yeah, no, it's...
But women are so damn sweet. I mean, women are the backbone of the world.
I never thought of it until now.
Yeah, no, women are the backbone of the world.
Yeah, it really is.
They are. No, they really are. The backbones of family.
That's why it's not always too bad to go first.
Oh, I don't want to live without my wife. Nope. Yeah, my second favorite movie all time is The Notebook. Just right behind, of course, the greatest movie ever made. Go ahead.
Scarface, Godfather.
There you go.
Yeah. Never seen it, but
You've never seen The Notebook?
I've not seen The Notebook either. No.
You've never seen The Godfather or The Notebook?
No.
Why would you do that to me?
Well, how can you go from 1 to 2 between those two? That's like very extreme.
Well, I'm a complicated man, Chris. But I would think that the perfect way to go to check out is like they did in The Notebook.
Together?
They laid down in bed together. They were holding hands, holding each other, and they just fell asleep.
Like Titanic.
Well, no, she killed him.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a murder.
No. The old couple in bed.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah, let's just lay here and go to heaven. That'd be the perfect way to check out.
Here come all the females with Phil.
Okay.
The Notebook is so good.
It's incredible. No, it's one of the greatest movies ever made.
So when the couple expires, how old are they?
They're much older, and this is
older. Okay.
This is the sweeter part.
Oh,
she had Alzheimer's, was coming and going, and he'd go spend time with her and read to her and spend time. And then, like the night that they closed her eyes, she remembered him. She came back to him.
It's kind of like when Rose Dawson went back.
Look at that. She came back to. I just got goosebumps, didn't I?
Yeah.
She came back to him, which I think is one of the sweetest, absolute coolest things.
Well,
in the
that's
world.
that's what Jack and Rose. When Rose passed away, she went back to Jack Dawson.
Rose killed him.
No, both of them.
There was room on that damn for
there's
two.
no way.
Oh, that's a bunch of crap.
No, there was no room
She
for
should
both
have
of them.
tried.
No, there was no room for me, and he realized that. And then look, she was riding a horse because she told me to go ride a horse.
Notebook's, God, such a good movie.
Sarah says, "Oh my gosh, Ronnie watched Notebook in my dorm room on college."
It's an incredible movie. You really should watch it. You really should. It's a great movie.
Is the book better?
There's a book.
I think so. I remember someone talking about it.
Why do people always ask about books and movies?
Books and movies?
They always ask me if I read the book. Why would I read the book? I can go to the
watch the movie.
I can go to the movie.
Get it done in 2 hours.
Have a snack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Notebook's incredible.
Tracy says his favorite movie, I think, is Jaws.
Okay, Jaws scared me. I had a hard time for the summer after Jaws came out. Anytime I'd get in a body of water.
They did a great job of making it look real.
When you were a kid, it looked real.
Yeah.
You get older and watch it now, you're like,
What's going on?
well, that ain't real.
Let's see here. Carrie, I fly.
Well,
My parents would have been married 55 years after my dad passed away in 2011. At the time, they were married for 41 years.
yeah.
Wow.
You know, Tanya and I will be married 38 this summer. And, you know, you married that long, even 20 years. You married somebody that long, it's just it's such an intertwined part of who you are. It's hard to imagine.
Brittany says book is about the same. Nicholas Sparks. Oh, yeah. Sam's read some Nicholas Sparks stuff. Sarah Adams Phillips says book is better.
Book is better. I find that hard to believe, but...
Oh, Tracy's got a great question.
Okay.
Phil, did you cry?
I actually did.
Oh, if you're getting goosebumps, you have
No,
to
I
cry.
did.
Yeah.
I did. I'm a crier, though.
Yeah.
I'm a crier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get about certain things. Kids, I cry. Patriotic things, I cry. Moments with...
Snow cones?
Oh, absolutely cry. Puppies.
Oh, the ones you don't kill. Well, accidentally.
Some bitch had it coming.
Yeah.
The,
Maybe you did. I don't know.
I cry a lot, like when I see, I'll be going through, and the older I get, the easier I cry.
Sure.
So, I'll be looking at YouTube, and it'll be a
I thought
moment
you said
like
he's looking at you.
like a grandson hit a home run. He's 9.
Yeah.
And it shows him walking and giving it to his grandpa, and I'm like, so, yeah, I'm a crier. Big baby.
Nanda says the book is definitely better. Leslie Hamilton Dayton says books are usually better.
Why are you guys doing all this reading crap? You got AI now. You don't have to read anything.
Carrie, I did get to hold a baby shark a few years ago.
Oh, that'd make me cry. That'd be precious.
Dun, 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 dun. That's a song.
Baby Shark?
Yeah, I think it's a song.
I just remember Barney.
Oh, Sarah, of course he cried, Tracy.
Oh, no doubt.
Has Sarah seen you cry? I mean, she comes strong like
Sarah knows me well. She knows I'm a softie. Why are some men freaked out about crying?
I don't know.
Are you less of a man if you cry? Is that
No.
what people are saying?
No.
I'm okay. I'm okay being a crier. I cry when my kids leave. I don't like that. Like when they go away.
Yeah.
I'm a crier. When I had to tell Jake goodbye when he moved to Italy, that was a bad one.
Yeah.
That was about a 30-minute drive by myself.
Cousin Nate, this is a good one here. Soldiers coming home to surprise their mamas always get me.
Just freaking herky jerking.
And you know it's coming, so
Yeah,
you build
but
it
you
up.
can't-
And
yeah.
That's a good one, Cousin Nate.
The ones that really got been on this freaking rabbit trail. I don't even know how I got there, but
There's a great Lone Star song.
when it shows like animals at their owners' gravesides laying there and they're physically crying.
Yeah.
Like, good God, just put me in a puddle. It just melts me.
I've seen it somewhere that if the owner passes away, you need to let the dogs know about death, and the dog needs to go see that person who's passed away so they don't think you left them.
Because that is a real thing. one of my real fears is that I die like suddenly. Seriously, and this is going to sound stupid to some people, because of my animals. I don't want my animals thinking I just told them to screw off one day. It just left.
Yeah. What did I do?
I mean, poor little Dahlia, every night we have a routine. She comes over, I put her in bed, she sits there and waits for me to get laid down, I adjust my pillow.
I mean, you are their world.
Yes, I put my left arm out, she looks over her right shoulder and collapses backwards and lays right there for about 10 minutes like that, precious, doing the little nose rub thing. And then when she's done, she sits back up, walks down around Tanya's feet. Tanya picks the blanket up. She crawls under the blanket and goes to sleep. I mean, how the hell can you, how could you break that heart?
Within seconds of me laying down, Max is up on here.
Oh, Max is, I give you a hard time
I have to beat him to the bed so I can get under my covers and kind of get situated before he literally is on my chest within seconds.
Max is a sweet soul.
A little puppy dog guy.
He's a sweet soul.
Yeah.
The few times before you let us quit watching him, still don't know what that was all about.
Tanya put a restraining order on him.
Well, she tried to kill him. Or he tried to kill her. Yeah. But
you killed the dog.
You told us because Max has seizures when he gets too hot. And I'm out there playing catch with him, throwing the ball, which he loves.
Oh, yeah.
And then it hits. And Tanya and I are both like, and we run out there. We got the hose out. We're laying with him. He's on our lap. We're petting him.
Oh, yeah.
He cooled him off. But there are certain animals that just stare through your soul.
Yeah. Max does that so well.
Yes, he does. He really does.
I love retrievers.
Oh, they're good dogs.
And they just sit there.
They're leaners.
Yeah.
They like to be up against the people. They're just sweet animals. Yeah. Sweet animals.
Sarah confirms she's never seen Phil cry. Well, not on the outside. Brittany says, I cry way too much. Trace Williams, must admit, I'm with you, Phil. Crying is healthy, too.
I think it is. How often do you cry? Now that we're on this topic.
Hogan and Max would be best friends. They would be best friends. Same medication, same everything.
How often do you cry, Chris? In a year, how often will you cry? Honestly. I'm not saying sobbing, but just get teary-eyed, get emotional.
Once a month, 10 times, maybe?
Oh, that's it. Jesus. I don't want to tell mine now. I bet I get teary-eyed.
I'm not afraid to cry.
No, I know you're not. I know you're not. I bet I'm 3 or 4 times a week.
You know what? Here's another thing. I can go to someone's funeral and not know them and cry during the slideshow.
Yeah.
The songs.
Yeah, it's just all the stuff, you know. Just all the stuff.
The songs.
But I watch a lot of YouTube videos that hit me right in the old cranium. They just, I can watch my dad and mom together. And my dad will reach over. They'll be walking. My dad will reach over and grab her hand. They'll hold hands. And I get freaking emotional watching them do that. It's just, I think there's just, it's just cool.
It's
my nieces, they have babies. First time I meet the babies, kind of the running joke. Uncle Phil's a crier. It's just.
I don't think I'm going to cry when I see a baby.
Yeah.
Maybe my grandkid, maybe.
Yeah. I think when the boys have families, and I bet you do.
Yeah.
Did you cry when the boys were born?
No.
You didn't? Yeah, me neither. I was just asking. I thought they were going to get me a gurney. That was a hot mess.
I was happy, very happy, but I don't remember crying.
I did, man. When they brought Ty out, and I didn't really think about it because I was young. I didn't really think about it. They brought Tyler out. It was just this well of emotion. Just when you get overcome with emotion.
A little shake.
It was one of those deals. Had the twitching lip and the whole thing. Yeah. That, everybody's different on that, but I'm definitely a crier.
Trace Hatchie, Dog's Tail, true story. Waited daily at the train station for his owner, Richard Gere.
Yeah. Well, I don't know the name of it, but I saw it on YouTube. This family moved, and there was 3 kids, and they had 3 animals. It was 2 dogs and a cat. And the 2 boys had the dogs. One of the dogs was real old. One of the other dogs was young, and then the cat. and something happened, and they got separated, and it was months, and then all of a sudden, the cat and dogs find their family. Mm-hmm. And the kids are all out in the yard, and all of a sudden, I go, wait a second, did you hear that? And I kind of look at the end of the movie. First comes the one dog, and they're so happy there's one dog, and then you hear this little cat meow, and there comes the cat, and the older son's looking around, and says, he was just too old. It was too far of a journey. He couldn't make it. And then comes this dog walk. He's limping, walking out. Just a complete sobbing mess with that show.
Brady says Homeward Bound.
Yes, that's it. Yes. Just an incredible freaking ending.
Isn't that a Disney movie?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
I remember that, the old movie store back in the day.
So good. The little dog at the end that came on, the little boy said, he was just too old. It was just too hard. It's so good.
Tracy says, my wife's dog, a Shih Tzu, is of the devil.
We had a Shih Tzu, Tracy. His name was Bogey. He died tragically. And I came home and found him. Complete mess. Tyler had to bury him. I couldn't even bury him. I was just like, I was a mess. Just a mess. But I'm a big baby when it comes to animals. I mean, I'm a huge baby when it comes to animals.
Me too. In fact, I think once Max is, if that ever happens, what?
You said if that ever
happens. If that time comes.
So you think there's a shot that Max may never die? It's on the table?
Got a good run.
Okay. How old is Max? A year older than Leilani, right? Max is 9?
Not yet, August.
It'll be 9 in August. Leilani's all gray now in her little face.
Little hints of Max.
Yeah.
And he lays there, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And I try to rub it off.
Leilani's got, she got bit by a tick, unbeknownst to us, prior to Mosquito Authority. And she got the Rocky Mountains spot, so her joints, I mean, it probably took a couple years off her life. I mean, but it was a miracle that she made it. But anyway, watching her get off couches in the winter when it's cold is painful.
Yeah. Tracy talking about a Shih Tzu. Have you ever seen a bulldog and a Shih Tzu together?
Look at my face. That's good. Bullshit. I like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good.
Man, oh man, what a hot day today. Bermuda grass is going to be loving that. Graduation. Guthrie High School graduation is the biggest accomplishment of these people's young lives.
Up to this point, yep.
I mean, well, the easy part's over with. The hard part's over with.
Hard part's over with.
Yeah, the hard part's over with.
Was there ever any doubt you were going to graduate on time?
Was there ever? I was.
You were good?
Yeah.
Discipline. Had a little situation about 2 weeks before we graduated in Eureka, Kansas.
And that was just threats. They're looking to get rid of you.
When you have to
They're looking to get rid of you.
When there's 4 of you that have to go to the school board and see if you're going to graduate, it's a little beyond threats. Yeah.
But
it was a good idea in our mind.
Sure. I think Crystal asked earlier if we are streaming the graduation. We will be streaming the graduation, brought to you by our good friends at North Church Guthrie.
Good.
So we will be setting up on Friday. The graduation starts at 7:30. Of course, people will be there before then. So graduation nickels. So people couldn't leave until the ends for your.
Well, you don't leave. You wait till everybody's done.
Oh, so you don't hear like?
No, that's inappropropriate.
You
don't do that.
Hadley Timmons. Good job, Had. Get out.
No,
you
that's
stay,
rude.
Stay
you got to stay to the end. It's common courtesy.
They don't know if you left.
Huh?
They don't know if you left.
I know if I left. It's wrong.
If you have multiple other things.
Kids are the lifeblood of every community.
They are?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if
they do.
Everything. I think if you are going to go celebrate their accomplishment, I think it's only right you stay till the bitter, boring end.
Even though after you watch it?
Oh, yeah. Doesn't matter. Got to stay.
Like the class of 2020 didn't have a graduation.
Well, I mean, we had fake disease going on.
Well, at the time, everyone didn't know.
Everybody was scared.
Everyone was scared.
Everybody's been told the great lie.
Well, looking back, you can say it now.
Well, looking back, everything that people said was BS has been proven to be BS.
But in the moment, you didn't know that.
No, in the moment. No, I don't blame anybody for doing it. That was a crazy time.
That was a crazy time.
God, 5 years.
I guess grocery stores were still open, so we got groceries there.
I just remember going to the grocery store like the first few days when everybody was full. People had freaking underwear on their face, had freaking duct tape on their face, had plastic shit around their head.
No toilet paper.
Everybody's scared to touch anything. Amazon deliver packages, and everybody'd spray their packages before they'd bring them in. It was insane.
It was crazy.
We tried to do a podcast just to try to do our part that was short-lived because everybody was angry.
Very cranky.
Cranky people. And every time I would do this or I would do this, they'd say, quit touching your face. I'm like, okay. At some point, I remember saying, okay, if this is going to kill me, it's going to kill me.
You know what? I never got scared of to this day, I don't think I got it. I don't think I did. But I was always a fear of like Sam's parents. I didn't want to get them sick. That was the thing that I take back is trying to not get those people sick.
So I was adamantly against getting the shot. My wife couldn't get it, and Tanya's a cancer survivor, and so I got the shots because for that very reason. Because I'm out and about a lot, and I thought, man, if I bring something home and with Tanya's immune system,
right.
So I got the shot and wish I hadn't.
The grassroots, the jab.
The jab.
The jab.
Wish I hadn't, but I did. But I did it for that reason.
Yeah, no, it was always
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of people. I have a good friend that had to have heart valve replacement. And doctors told him.
So now that we look back on it, were people just naturally getting sick? And we just knew about all of them?
Well, I think.
Like if today we find out 6 people in Logan County died.
There was a virus. There is no doubt there was a virus. There are viruses every year. Remember when people would scream at you if you compared it to the flu?
Cousin Nate Liberty showed up here real quick. I'm glad I never got shot.
Yeah. Do you remember how
Patriot.
everybody yell at you if you compared it to the flu?
Oh, yeah.
People would get angry.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it basically was. Now, it was bad, but I don't think
we lost Joe Diffie.
Yeah, well, that's bad enough. But I don't think we really know how many really died from COVID because
it wasn't. Yeah,
it was so falsely claimed.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, so there were a lot of mistakes made. There's no doubt about it. A lot of mistakes made.
That was just 5 years ago.
5 years ago. Yep. That was a crazy time. That's when oil went below to negative. I mean, negative. I remember me and Dave and a good buddy of ours, Danny Picklesheimer, we were on the phone trying to figure out how we could find pits so we could buy all this oil at negative $48 a barrel so we could store it and flip it. And, of course, everybody else had the same idea. So there weren't tanker trucks. There was no way to do it. But, I mean, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy.
Phil, I understand you're looking at some vacation destinations.
That's correct. That's correct.
Cousin Nate, Patriot Evans, my niece developed blood clots after receiving the jab.
My good friend Brad, he had to have valve replacement, and they said it was most likely because of him getting the vaccine and the booster.
See, I'm like, okay, is that like a political doctor? You just don't believe anything.
I literally don't believe anything anymore.
It's hard, especially during that time. Like, is it politically motivated, or is it a truth? Or
Dave and I were talking about this today. There's so much lying going on in our country right now. It's virtually impossible to know what's true and what isn't.
Yep.
I mean, it is just, and there was lying going on for 4 years under Biden. I'm not saying Trump's lying. I think he's been pretty damn open and transparent personally.
Yeah.
About everything he's done. But, it's just, I mean, he receives a gift from a country to our country for a jet to use as Air Force One, and people are saying it's a bribe.
The defense.
I'm like, good God. Okay.
When I heard that,
somebody's going to give you a $480 billion gift, and you're going to tell them no. Okay.
See, my thought process goes to the far right people, like the people who don't want you to, that don't want you to take lobbyist money. That's the first thing that came to my mind. They're accepting gifts. I mean, some people freak out if you get a coaster or a pin from somebody.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I saw a meme today where somebody's throwing a fit and throwing things off their table and ripping curtains out of their wall, and they said, people who hate Trump, when the economy's doing well, we've secured our border, we've gotten trade agreements with all these countries, he's working to end the war between Russia and Ukraine, and they're mad because he's actually getting stuff done.
Yeah,
I mean, it's insane.
Brittany says it is definitely now hard to know what is true now.
Yeah.
No doubt. Phil, you got vacation plans. It's getting close to school. Is going to be letting out here pretty soon.
Yep.
We got anniversaries coming up as well. Birthdays. It is the summertime. You got vacay plans?
For this summer, we got a lot going on. No big trip this summer we usually take a family trip in June. And we're still going to do that, but it's not going to be a big thing because we have a family reunion right around the same time. We normally go on the anniversary of Tyler's death to get out of town. And we're still going to do that, but we're going to have to come back for the 21st because that's when we're having a large family gathering. I got some cousins coming back from the West Coast that I haven't seen literally in 40 years. So we're going to all get together June 21st in Stroud, Oklahoma.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. So
they don't have a casino there. What's going on?
They don't?
Someone lied.
Well, it's going to be, I'm going to regretfully not going to be able to go see my cousins. I haven't seen in 40 years. No. So we're doing that. We got another family reunion in July 19th, that we are meeting. This is the Nichols side.
That's a week after my sister's birthday.
Okay. Which sister?
Rhonda.
This one, though, because the Nichols always get it right on family reunions at the casino.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
You got in your truck, and there's your player's card.
Yeah, I got a few of them.
Yeah.
God, I was on a burner this past weekend. Tanya and I went for like an hour and 15 minutes.
What happened the next 4 hours?
Oh, clean my ass. It was so bad. But, dude, there was an hour and 15 minutes, Chris, where I felt like Minnesota Fats playing pool. I could do no wrong.
Buffalo?
No.
No, you've really moved on.
I've divorced from Buffalo. Yeah. I've got a couple new ones. Still four screen, but not Buffalo. Yeah.
Well, how about the top 20 summer travel destinations?
In the United States?
In the United States.
So domestic travel?
United States.
So Disney World, Disneyland will be in there.
I'm looking for cities.
Orlando.
Number one.
Los Angeles. Is that where Disney, the one out in California?
Anaheim.
Anaheim, yeah.
Anaheim not on the list.
Is that where they're at?
Yeah.
It's got to be on the list.
I'm looking for CA. There's not one in the top 20.
From California? Really?
In California.
That surprises me.
Cousin Nate leaves tomorrow on vacation. Of course, they get 20 vacations a year.
Well, I guarantee he's going to go see the mouse.
Carrie says New Orleans.
Not on the list.
Definitely not on my list. Not on the list.
That's a dirty town.
Dirty.
I would say, let me think here. Well, probably other Florida destinations. So Orlando, I'd say Miami maybe.
Miami, number 9.
Tampa.
Number 12.
Yeah. Let me think who else. On the other side, I don't know if any of those. Cocoa Beach.
City.
Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Oh, no. You got all the Floridas.
Okay.
You got all Floridas.
Grand Canyon, Arizona. Wherever the Grand Canyon is would be on there.
AZ. Nothing in Arizona.
Grand Canyon's not on the list.
No, it's top 20 summer travel destination.
This seems like a fraudulent list.
Let's see here. What's the list say here? With nearly 82% of Americans planning summer trips in 25, this website releases 25 summer travel destinations to help travelers plan the perfect summer getaway. Compared 100 metros across 41 key indicators of budget and fun friendliness.
And Grand Canyon's not on there.
The data sets ranges from the cost of the cheapest flight to the number of attractions to the average person of a 2-person meal. Carrie says New York City. New York.
That can't be cheap.
I do not see anything with New York. Oh, yes. Number 17, Carrie. Number 17.
Is New York City?
Number 17, New York, New York.
How about Chicago?
Chicago. I like me some Chicago. Number 14.
Okay.
Number 14.
I would say California wasn't on there, huh?
No Californias.
Oh, Colorado. That was some Colorados in there.
I don't think I remember any COs. Nope, no Colorados.
Any New Mexicos?
NM. I got to sneeze. Nope.
Wow. Summertime, beach, Florida's done. Oh, Texas. It's got to be a bunch of Texas. Corpus Christi, Texas.
Corpus Christi, Texas. Not on the list.
It is just domestic locations.
Correct.
Hawaii.
Hawaii, number 4.
Is that
Honolulu?
Is Maui on there?
Maui's not on there. Honolulu is the only one that's on there.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to number 20.
Okay.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't think about the Carolinas. Yeah.
Number 19, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you want to get shot at, great place to go.
Okay. Number 18, San Antonio, Texas.
There you go. The Riverwalk. Yeah, I can see that.
I was there a couple years ago. Number 17, New York, New York.
Don't understand that one.
Number 16, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
To do what?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Wow.
Number 15, Oklahoma City,
Well,
Oklahoma.
I can see that. That makes sense.
14, Chicago.
Chi-town.
13, Richmond, Virginia.
Virginia, yeah.
12, Tampa.
Yeah.
11, Knoxville.
Knoxville, Tennessee. Oh, Nashville's got to be on there.
Nope.
Really?
Knoxville got it. Brittany says Vegas. Vegas not on the top 10.
Hot.
Oh,
Vegas.
Brittany says because 918 is great.
So, it's so hot in Vegas.
We went in December.
In the summer, it's hot in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. It's a dry heat, though.
That's a dry heat. Okay.
Cousin A says Branson. Not on the list, but
It's a good shot, though.
it's a good shot.
Tulsa's on there.
Number 10, Dallas, Texas.
Okay. I don't see that, but all right.
Number 9, Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
I was just in Miami this
You were.
December.
Yeah. You had fun there.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 8, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
The PA.
The PA.
The city of brotherly
Love.
love.
Number 7, Salt Lake City.
Beautiful town. Gorgeous town. Really is.
Bring your own booze, though, right?
Well, bring your own fun. Period.
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
but it's
Yeah,
but it's a gorgeous city.
Brittany says Destin. Then she says Boston. Those are not on the list.
I keep thinking something in Maine or Connecticut or.
What about number 6, Cincinnati, Ohio?
Okay, this list doesn't make any sense.
I don't know where Cincinnati's coming at number 6.
That's like
I've been
Tulsa.
there. Yeah, it's like Tulsa.
Huh.
5, no one's gotten this one. Austin, Texas.
I could actually see Austin music, a lot of stuff doing on there in the music
Yep.
scene.
We almost went to Austin. Almost went there. Number 4, Honolulu.
Yep.
Number 3, Washington, D.C.
Definitely not on my list of places to go.
Well, earlier you said it's a good place with all the history.
DC?
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Well, no, but we were talking about some other place that's got a lot of history there. Maybe it was the Virginia.
Yes.
Richmond, Virginia.
It does have a lot of history, but it's also just a concrete jungle. It's just freaking bleh.
Yeah. Number 1, Orlando, Florida. Number 2, I had the worst waitress in this town.
Oh, boy.
City.
Arkansas?
No.
Wait.
Atlanta,
Georgia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot Atlanta.
Hot Atlanta. So anyway, those are some ideas if you want to go on vacation.
Where are you going?
What are you doing?
Cocaine.
I thought so you're getting off the snuff so you can get the cocaine?
This is called the boom boom.
Oh my. The boom boom.
Gives you a little rush.
What's that? Rush?
Yeah, a little cleans up your head thing.
Not for like allergies?
No. Pure enjoyment.
Well, we can go this real fast. Best and worst cities for basketball fans in 2025.
God.
What do you think number one? Number one,
Los Angeles.
Number one's Los Angeles.
And they got the biggest crybaby in the league. Fans are crying. Everybody's crying.
Care to guess where Oklahoma City's at on the list?
25.
Number 10.
Really?
Number 10.
Worst fans?
No, best cities. Best cities for basketball fans.
Oh, best cities for basketball fans.
Yeah.
And they said Los Angeles is it?
Number 1.
God.
Boston 2, San Francisco 3, Salt Lake 4, Philly 5.
You want to watch bad basketball?
I think it's just a compliment for Oklahoma to be in the top 10.
It is. It is.
The worst cities for basketball fans, Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, this is all
200. There's 288.
Wait, they don't have an NBA team.
Well, college.
Oh, so this is anything.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair.
You don't think it's fair?
No.
Wichita State had 2 good years.
Shocker. That's not true.
3.
They had a run in the 80s that was unbelievable.
Okay.
That was a long time ago.
Green Bay, Wisconsin, 290.
Okay, as long as we beat somebody.
The worst one of all of them on this list, 297, Daytona Beach, Florida.
Really?
Price of ticket, maybe?
I don't know.
Or nobody's there? I don't know.
I can't think of anything being bad.
Portland, Oregon has the lowest average ticket per NBA.
Portland's such a train
Boston
wreck.
has the highest performance level among NBA teams.
Huh.
Miami has the highest fan engagement for NBA teams. So, anyway, I can clear these out of my email now. I always
Trying to.
save a few emails for conversation like this. So.
You thought I killed somebody last week. Did we talk about that last week?
I thought you killed somebody last
Well,
week.
you thought I was calling to tell you somebody had died.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you called me at 3:39 in the morning.
That was so funny.
Cost me 45 minutes of sleep.
That is how that'll go down, though.
Yeah.
It is. You'll either be calling me or I'll be calling you, but it will go down. So if you find out in the middle of the night, you calling me in the middle of the night?
Depends who, probably.
If it's one of the two we talked about?
Oh, I'm calling you.
Immediately, right? Yeah. Oh, God.
God, those suck.
We're getting to that age, dude.
I know.
We're getting to that age.
I know. It's reminder, Earl Sykes service is Sunday.
This Sunday.
Sunday at Guthrie High School. Touch the Trucks was supposed to be at the high school. Now they have moved that to Meridian Technology Center.
Yeah.
To accommodate the service there.
As they should.
I went to the high school today. There was a military signing.
Several young
Three,
people,
four,
right?
6 of them, I think, signed.
Boys and girls?
One female.
Good.
Yep, one female.
Good.
You always have the football signings and the basketball and the soccer and all those signings. Well, military had theirs today.
They do signings for everything now. I noticed.
Everything.
And I'm okay with that. I want to recognize all the kids.
Well, if they have Little League football homecoming, they should have military football.
That's still the
military
craziest
soccer.
thing I've ever heard.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's still ridiculous, but
I guess maybe I'm becoming the grumpy old guy because there's a lot of things like when they get to high school,
they've already done it.
It's already done it.
But I feel the same way about everybody getting these rings for everything.
Well, for the tournament director, you get those cheap, and you can
I
have
get
higher for personal gain. But
Are they cheaper than trophies?
Oh yeah.
Are they really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You can order so much, and they are better than trophies because they take up less space.
That's true. No, that's true. It's just always
when Lance won a trophy, I was like, really, trophies?
I agree with it. That all makes sense. It's just, to me, championship rings are for winning state titles like when you're in high school. That should be like the first time you get a ring.
Yeah.
You know, and
It always was.
it always was.
Yeah.
I get it. Things change, but
Yeah.
I just, I think part of it for me too is I'm trying to think of a gentle way to say this.
Oh boy.
And it's probably always been this way. I want to file this disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
It just appears that there's a lot of national champion baseball and softball travel teams, a lot of World Series trophy, playing in the World Series.
Playing the World Series, yeah.
There's all these, it's just
self-gratifying,
manufactured crap.
Yeah.
Kids that will watch play locally or in any town, not just here, but in any town, that are good little athletes. And then to hear the stories posted on social media and when they're on their travel teams, they're going to the majors next year.
Yeah.
You know, went 5 for 6 today, you know, and you're like, oh, boy. I mean, just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think we're doing our kids any favors.
You know, if you're like, I'll just say, Little League football, if you go beat up Okmulgee and Dewey.
You should.
But you're not playing.
You're not playing Carl Albert. You're not playing Lawton schools.
You're not playing Shawnee.
You're not playing the schools you're going to be playing when you're in junior high and high school. You're playing.
So when you lose only one game in Little League, well, yeah, if you play those teams, you're going to only lose one game.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's why I always like Lance playing up.
Yeah.
Just for him to be better. But Carrie says, I had the Special Olympians send-off today.
That's awesome.
That was cool. Capture that moment.
Was Lancer up there?
Yep. Lance is in Stillwater with Miss Benham
right now?
Yeah.
Good.
And here's another thing.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I just forgot about this. Here's another thing. All you coaches out there, all you high school coaches out there.
Here we go.
And this is not any dig to Miss Benham. But if she can get a freaking CDL and drive those Special Olympics to the Stillwater, so can any junior high or high school coach can do it.
That's exactly right. I agree.
I was so happy to see her. I mean, I've seen her before, but it never registered in my mind. I was like, that's big. Go. She don't have to. I don't think she had to do that.
No. She loves those kids.
Oh, my gosh. If she can do it, everyone wants to coach. Because some coaches don't get it, and other people have to drive them. And
yeah, it's silly.
Oh, I feel better.
Feel better.
I feel a lot better.
Good. Glad you got that out.
I'm glad I didn't sit on that all day. I thought about
so Ronnie just blew us off today.
It's why it's one of our better shows. But yeah, boy. Okay. Got me going there a little bit.
Hill's gonna be 21.
Yeah, August.
The hell?
Moves fast.
Huh. God does it.
I see you, Trevor. My brother was required to get a CDL by his last district to even coach. I think that's required by many.
Should be.
And I think some coaches say, "Yeah, I'll get that," and they fail.
And they don't.
And they fail a few times, and then
Yeah.
kind of goes away. I'm not saying that it's easy and that and people aren't working toward it, but if you, I thought that was awesome. But yeah, no, little Lance Evans up there today and tomorrow helping out with
his buddies up there with him.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know
Lance has done that
last few years. Yeah. Miss Benham does good things with Lance, and Lance.
You could tell
helps
that's
her
something
out.
that he enjoys.
Yeah. I know Landon Herzl.
Yeah, I can see
before
that.
he graduated, was up there quite a bit helping out.
Yeah,
so it's always good. That's always a cool moment to see those kiddos come out to the fight song.
Well, my cousin just passed away, Randy.
Yeah.
He was a Special Olympian. And it was such a big deal in his life. I mean, just such a huge thing in his life.
Let me pull up the video. I put it out on social media, but I've not put it on news page yet. So a lot of people probably, let's see the views on this. Not very many people have watched it, but I want to show you what, is this going to work? Yep. Okay, good. Let me get to the point here. I didn't notice this when I was there recording this, but I watched the replay to see how good my 1080 60 frames per second camera is. And the dude comes out. I don't know who he is, but boy, he was this. He was on fire. This describes what this means to these kids. I'm going to get to it here real quick. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. Okay, let me back up here.
I love this set.
Okay, so here they are. Hopefully my computer quits buffering here. So I'm going to get my.
That's Sweet Gracie.
Yep. It's going to be this kid right here with the blue. Watch him.
Where at? In the blue?
Right here. Yeah, in the blue. Right there in the middle.
In the middle?
Watch him. Oh. Look, he's got the 3 down there.
I love it.
He's got the arm sleeves on. Watch this. He's going to let everybody know about it here. Shot. He's so excited. He just wants to show somebody his sleeves. Look at that right there.
I love it. Boom! That's awesome.
You don't think he'll compete? Do you think?
I love
he'll try
that.
hard?
I love that.
Yeah. So that was cool. It was always a good turnout.
That's amazing.
Got some more coming out here in just a second. And then they go up to Guthrie Upper Elementary, get a few more students. And then I drove, after this, I went on, and Fogarty, all the kids in Fogarty were lining up.
That's just special.
And so they, the cheerleaders were there.
There he is.
Caleb.
Yeah.
Yep, Caleb was there. So best of luck to those Jays in Stillwater. So always a cool moment. But that guy, I was like, he's going to go win.
Well, and I think that, I know there's a lot of schools that do a good job, but I would put Guthrie up there with anybody.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
I mean, they really take care of their special Jays, and it's
I went up to the high school about a month ago. Oh, we were helping with Chamber Staff Appreciation Night. Almost got left. I think Brittany circled and came back and got me. But Miss Benham showed me they had transformed a classroom into basically like an apartment, not necessarily an apartment, but for the special J's or special needs students. And there was a sink in there. There's a stove in there.
Life skills.
That's
awesome.
They transformed the classroom into, there's a washer and dryer.
That's so good.
There's a sink, and they learn life skills inside the classroom. They're not done with it completely, and when they are done with it completely, I'll go in and do a story on it. But that's really cool. It's really cool.
That's really cool.
And you tell Miss Benham was extremely excited to have that.
What a special lady she is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
In so many ways.
She's been really good to Lance. Her and Karen have worked together. Karen, helped her. So
I think I've always admired her. Of course, they lost their beautiful daughter.
Yeah.
And the way that as a family, and I know privately, just because Tony and I have experienced that, you're not always don't have it together.
Sure.
But boy, I tell you, she's been a model of how to go through a horrible tragedy with class.
Yeah.
I mean,
doesn't mean you do it all the time.
No, but boy, I've got so much respect for her.
No doubt.
Just an amazing woman.
Carrie, I feel like 1 year during Special Olympics, I was eating at Mexico Joe's. As the hostess was taking the athletes to their table, one of them shouted, "Athlete coming through."
He what? One of them shouted, "Athlete coming through." Athlete coming through.
That's so freaking awesome.
I love that. Make a hole.
Athlete coming through. Brittany, I wouldn't let you left behind. We did leave Blue Jay Ronnie behind through the. Yeah. So the last stop on Chamber staff, that's when the Chamber folks go to each school and give snacks to the staff, the personnel, the folks in the cafeteria, the secretary, all those folks, the backbone of the school district. Yeah. And I was driving because I had to get to Edmond. It was Friday, so I had to go. I had to go eat.
Yeah.
And so I left, and the Chamber folks were in the school bus, and I'm leaving Charter Oak. Actually, the bus left before me because I was hanging out with Simpson and something else going on there. And so I'm driving, and I see the bus doing U-turn. What's going on? They're going, they forgot somebody. They forgot the Blue Jay.
That's important.
Yeah, forgot the Blue Jay.
Yeah. Special Olympics, what a special thing.
Yeah, it's cool. They get to stay up there overnight and stay in the dorms. It's huge,
huge deal.
Big deal. So if you want to watch the entire video with audio, it's on Guthrie News page YouTube.
I know I'm going to go back and watch it, and I'm going to watch that young man the whole way.
Yeah.
In real time.
It's less than 5 minutes. It's a real easy watch. In fact, I can put it in the comments, I think. So you got in the YouTube comments. Just a reminder, and this is a good thing for everybody to know, but and I've had to change the way I do things as far as the news is concerned. It is in the chat under Guthrie News page, in this chat here. So if you want to click on that, crap, I just pulled a fill. Where was I?
Oh boy,
what was I talking about?
It's no fun, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
What was I just talking
about? I don't know. Do that shit every day, though. Yeah. And come back and mock me. Something about as a reminder.
Yes. Oh, yes.
That's all I got.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jeez.
Is that really what you go through?
Every day.
Golly, how do you do that?
I was calling.
Do you still get mad with yourself? Or you just move on?
It drives me crazy. I was calling a dear friend of mine, literally went from kindergarten through high school, have never lost touch, talk all the time, forgot his damn name when the phone started ringing.
Well, you forget your neighbor's name, too.
Which one?
The cool one.
Ooh. Yeah. That was bad. You bailed me out on that. You did. You saved me on that.
Oh, yeah.
saved me
I
on
forgot about that.
But I'm sitting there, the phone's ringing once. I'm like, oh, shit, twice. Oh, damn it. Am I going to have to hang up to say I butt dial? Because I couldn't remember his name.
Could go to.
Yeah.
It could be
And
true.
about the third ring, he picks up and he says, hey, what are you doing, buddy? I said, not much, man. How are you? He said, good. I said, what's been going on? And about a minute into it, I went, Brad. His name's Brad.
Hit you. Yeah, Facebook videos. So Facebook is the leading if you do a Facebook Live, they're like this Facebook Live right now on Second Banana Media on this show.
Will be gone.
Will be gone.
By when?
30 days. Every 30 days they remove live videos.
I'm liking Facebook less and less every day.
Yeah. So now I usually, like this morning, I record it and upload it to YouTube. But it's just, I'm just, over the years with all the city council meetings and all these, I'm glad I was using YouTube.
Yeah.
Or they'd be
you
gone.
got an archive,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's right.
I mean, 50 years from now, someone might want to see how a Guthrie City Council meeting went or something like that.
Well, I mean, yes. I mean,
that's just one small example. There's, if you video, now you can go in and download them, but you're going to have to know what you're
it's a
doing.
whole thing, yeah.
I mean, if you live stream your kids' first
YouTube
steps.
is the platform.
It is the platform. It's the second most popular search engine.
Wow, really?
Yeah, Google number one.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, YouTube number two.
That's crazy. Thunder going to win the whole thing?
Oh, yeah.
You feel comfortable now?
Oh, yeah.
I'm still saying Denver in 7.
You went Denver in 6. Actually, you went Denver in 4. Then you went Denver in 6.
What?
Now you're saying Denver in 7.
Well, yeah, I had to adjust.
You're the charm for the Thunder.
I had to adjust. There's some people out there that think I'm really rooting against the Oklahoma City Thunder when the truth is I don't care about the NBA basketball. But I'd like to see the Thunder win.
It's good for. So the way I am is like OU or OSU, whoever's doing it. If they do, I always think of those people in New York and Boston talking about Oklahoma.
Yeah,
that makes me feel good. So if the Thunder are really good, that means they're talking about Oklahoma.
Yeah, right.
And so in my weird mind, that makes it.
No, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
So when Guthrie wins state championships, or does something cool, they're like, oh wow, that's.
Yep. I agree. I got asked this week, when do you think's the next time we'll win a state title in football?
Never know.
I said, well, you never know, but
never thought you'd get there last year.
Right, but I said, when's Carl Albert leaving 5A? Because I do think that's a legitimate statement.
Yeah. So I mentioned city council earlier on the videos. Mm-hmm. What advice would you have to new people who want to go into the application process is now over?
How many do we have? 4?
Last I heard was 4.
Yeah.
I have not got. I reached out and I have not got a final count.
Yeah.
But the last count I had was 4.
Yeah.
But what would be? We just got probably a few minutes left here on the show.
What would be my advice as a new sitting city council person?
Yeah. What would your advice be to a incoming city council member? And as soon as I get those names, there will be an article. They're about to go through an interview process.
Yeah.
3 council members will interview each candidate, and then they'll swap, and the 3 other council members will interview each candidate. So,
I think listen, I will never run for that office.
Never run. Never's a long time.
Well, never.
Did you ever think you'd be on the planning commission? HPC?
Oh no, not that one.
Yeah. I would never. Yeah. Planning. Chapel can work magic. But HPC,
Chapel can work magic. I actually enjoy that committee. That's an interesting committee.
I just don't like it when they try to spend other people's money.
Yeah. Well, I don't disagree with that. I also know
good.
that,
I watch it very
but
close.
there's also, if you buy in the historic area,
you know what you're getting into.
you know what you're getting into, and
But
if you buy, you're going to be expected to have a minimum maintenance program.
If purple is on the palette, then I can paint it purple. And
Correct.
I don't like that purple. Maybe
No,
you go with
I don't
the green.
think you should be able to do that.
Yeah.
If it's on the list, do it. But
Okay.
But I think for city council, number one thing,
Or county commissioner, whatever. Yeah.
but I think for city council, what I would tell you is, and it's a little different than county commissioners.
Yeah.
You don't manage any of the city staff.
True.
It's not your job to act like you're their supervisor.
In fact, when you go to city council school, they teach you
Yeah,
what you're.
and some people are slow learners.
Yeah.
But I think the other thing I would do is remember we're a small community. Don't think this is more important than it is.
Yeah.
It is a service position. Vote your conscience, do the best you can. But, you represent our town.
Yeah.
So
I would say my advice, boy, I can see me running and people bringing this back up. I would still go by it, but I would say it's about the city. Mm-hmm. You're one vote. You cannot do anything by yourself.
I don't like it when small town councils, and we've seen this a few times over the time frame I've been here, where they try to plot together on the council.
Oh, it drives me crazy.
To push certain little issues, or damn good and well they're talking. At least 4 of them shouldn't be happening. I think that's wrong. I don't think city council should. You got to be careful what you say, which is part of the reason why I would never want to sit on. No, seriously, which is part of the reason why I would never want to sit on city council. Is I want to be able to say what I want to say, and to be quite frank, some of the things I say I shouldn't say if I'm on city council. And I think being self-aware is really important. But remember, it's a public service job, and you are not the supervisor of anybody.
True.
You need to let the staff, the professionals, run the city, and you serve as an oversight, and that's how it should be.
And that's what the rules say.
That's what they say, but we've all seen it, not just in Guthrie. I've lived in a few small towns. Things become personal, and they become, and it gets all, especially now with social media, everybody. I don't know how many real talk of Guthrie, sometimes talk of Guthrie. You might talk in Guthrie. I don't know how many of these damn pages there are.
Me neither. And it's not just a Guthrie thing.
No. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
But I'm just using Guthrie since it's our town.
Absolutely.
Some of the stuff I see posted on there, I'm like, they're serious. I mean, they really think that like the city staff is plotting to ruin something. I mean, it's so crazy. But yeah, I mean, it's a thankless job. It's a thankless job, and I get that. But
I can tell you this, and I've never been a city manager. I've never been a city council member. It's a whole lot more work for a city manager than a city council.
Damn right it is.
Lee.
Damn right.
You got to know about library books, to water lines,
everything,
to police,
everything.
Everything.
You got to be a PR expert. And if you're the city manager,
so when they make those money, those good contract that they make, they earn every penny.
Every penny of it.
Yeah.
And and we've, to be quite frank, we've already seen this here. When there's something that probably somebody that's a sitting city council member shouldn't have a statement on, and they're told not to have a statement on it, but they make a statement anyway to the press.
Yeah.
That to me, that is just showing that it's all about you.
That's the worst thing that can happen.
It's all about you. It's not about the city. It's not about the situation. I just want people just to slow down. And again, it's much like at a base. So I always thought you'd do something like get your pilot's license. I said, I'd kill myself. Not on purpose, but like if I learned how to fly and had my own little plane and flew around, I would take chances I shouldn't take.
Oh.
Right?
Watch this.
Yeah, I'd be sitting there going, okay, there's a little dot there that I might be able to squeeze through. Yeah, we can make it. Let's go. Right?
50 miles to empty.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's 50 miles to the airport.
If we coast,
says I got 40 miles of fuel. I think we can glide in.
Yeah.
I don't trust myself in certain things. And honestly, city council is one of those things. I would get heated about something. It would become a respect thing or a principle thing. And next thing you know, they're having to shut me and Tracy's mics off again. I mean, I don't. I just don't want to put myself in that situation and be embarrassed.
Tracy says thick skin. That's one thing for sure, especially in the social media world.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who don't know really what's going on, and they talk anyway.
And listen, anybody that serves, I mean, it's no secret. Don Channel and I did not get along well. Still don't, for that matter. Doesn't mean Don's a bad person. Doesn't mean I'm a bad. We just have a different way of thinking, I guess. But he did a lot of things right. He also did things, in my opinion, that weren't right. So it doesn't make them bad people. And I think in small towns that's magnified, right? I mean, I got asked about somebody that was running for office, and I said, well, and I gave my honest opinion. Then I heard this person tell everybody I don't like this person.
Oh, yeah.
I said, well, I do like this person.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, I just don't think they'd be good at that job.
It happens all the time.
It doesn't mean I don't like them.
Especially with, we've had multiple council positions over the last couple of years, it feels like it. But great person, I just don't think it would.
Yeah, I just don't think they'll be good at it. It doesn't.
I think they'd be a good fit. I don't see it long term.
Yeah. I mean, none of it is a personal thing. I mean, and that's but anybody that serves in a public role like that, they have my respect.
They're the closest to the people.
They have my respect.
The deal is Trump can make somebody mad, and they're going to take it all out on that council member.
100%.
I was like,
I have nothing to do with
I'm doing everything.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. I mean, I go back, we were talking about the pandemic earlier, and, Mayor Gantling, who just retired, I saw somebody post something this week about his position that we should have kept the mask on later.
Now, remember,
that was his opinion.
Remember, he was in the medical.
He was in the medical profession. He did all this stuff.
All those people.
Well, you don't have to agree with him, but it doesn't make him an evil person.
Right.
Steve Gantling is the opposite of that. He's a good man. Even if you don't agree with on that, but I still think that's part of the problem. Dave Evans, my business partner, said it best one day. He said, "We've forgotten what it's like to have civility." Where you just can have a civil conversation, agree to disagree. And I'm guilty of this. I mean, I've gotten fired up over the years and get mad and act like an idiot. And I know I act like an idiot. And you know this, you're one of my best buddies. And I feel like a dumbass afterwards and embarrassed, and all the stuff. That happens. But, we got to be civil. And if you do that, then go back and, at least be a big enough person to have a conversation with the person.
Another part, there's council members that I'm close to, that I talk to, and I'll use Colin Dool as an example.
Yeah.
Colin can have every vote, and I know Colin as a friend, and I text him today on a thing, but Colin can vote on 90 bills exactly how everyone does, and maybe 3 votes that people don't disagree. You got 90 of them right, but 3 of them wrong, and people will dwell on those three. And curse him for the rest of his life. The rest of his legislative life for those 3 votes. We got 90 of them right, but you can miss those 3 that, in their opinion.
So there's a retired administrator.
It's no win.
No, it's no win. So in another area, there was a retired school administrator who's been deceased for some time, that one day we were talking about a teacher who's now retired from here, very well-known teacher. And I gave this teacher and coach a compliment. Well, 40 years ago, when this teacher and coach's first year at some other school, this retired administrator from Guthrie was an administrator at that school. And this young, then first-year teacher did something that administrator didn't like 40 years ago. Still thinks he's terrible to this day.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a bad thing. It was just a difference of opinion. But it was saying things like, oh, he's worthless, wasn't any good. And I'm going, what the hell, man? I mean, so is it just one strike and you're out in the world now?
Yeah, and it's not. It is difficult sometimes when, if it's a 4-3 vote and it goes against you.
Yeah.
And I always, you always got to think, well, that's what they thought is best, but not to take it too personal. It sucks when you don't get your way. I get it, but it's just, I don't know. That's the tough part of being.
Well, you got to remember. You got to remember too, in small town politics, and again, I'll use Guthrie just as an example. In a typical city council race, how many total votes are there going to be?
Well, I can tell you the last one we had for one ward. Yeah. One ward was 222 votes.
So there's 222 votes in a town of how many?
11,000.
Okay, it's called 11,000. That doesn't give anybody a mandate. That's 222 people that in their ward decided that, yeah, they were the best candidate. Now, that's good. I mean, you voted, you ran a campaign, they voted for you. But I've seen some people over the years that walk around like, because they got elected, it's their right to do whatever they want.
Yeah,
and it's just, you're like, good Lord, calm down. 200 people voted for you, not 50% of the community.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's, but again, saying all that, I really do respect the people that decide to sit on city. I think city council is one of the hardest jobs because you're so intimately available to everybody in the community.
Yeah.
You go to the grocery store, somebody doesn't like something you see, they'll say something to you.
Yeah.
I mean, which is crazy. But anyway, tough deal, tough job.
It is.
Tough job.
It is. So, all right.
I got to go call Michael, tell him you're not coming to the wedding.
William?
Willie.
Slick Willie?
Slick Willie.
I have 2 ball games. I'll be broadcasting.
Last one starts at 5:30?
No, the last game's scheduled 3 p.m., which they usually do start on time.
So be out of there by 5:36?
Yeah, so the game's at 3.
Yeah.
Game usually 2 hours.
Yeah.
So that's 5. Trophy ceremony.
30 minutes.
15 probably.
Okay.
So that's 5:15.
Tear down.
Off the air at 5:15.
Tear down.
Tear down.
40 minutes. How big's the setup? Compare it to football. Something like that.
Computer.
Yeah.
1 camera. Mixer. Microphone. Headsets.
15-minute tear down.
Probably 15 minutes.
Yeah. 15, 20-minute tear down.
Yeah.
It's going to be tight.
5:40 coming from Bricktown.
If you have no traffic, you'll make it. One thing goes wrong on the highway, you're breaking Mike's heart.
5:45, 30-minute minimum to get there.
Yeah,
That's 6:15 on a perfect plan.
Yeah.
It's not going to be perfect.
No, it's not going to be perfect.
It might be an hour and a half ball game.
Could be. Could be 2 hours. Could be a rain delay.
Ooh, there's
a
chance of rain.
Could lightning strikes, you shut her down.
Every 30 minutes.
Yeah. You better hope that happens if you don't show up.
Brittany, definitely hard not to take things personal, but it's necessary in order to grow and learn. Speaking to myself. Yeah, it's definitely tough. It's definitely tough.
I got asked to run for city council a couple years ago, and my exact quote was, "Oh, no, I couldn't do that." Well, why is that? I said, I don't think my ego would survive if I lost.
That'd be tough. I want to be like Adam Ropp, file no one else.
No one there.
No one else. That's why I would have wanted it. So.
Tough deal. You put everything out on the line for everybody to watch.
Yep.
Yeah, big stuff.
All right, we're out of here. Enjoy
Thank
your
you.
week. Watch the weather this weekend into Monday as well.
Oh, okay. Severe weather possible.
Yep, so weather possible.
All right.
All right. Appreciate everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to the Open Mic Podcast. Join us each week from inside the Second Banana Media Studios located in beautiful downtown Guthrie. Catch our shows on Facebook and YouTube and also on Apple, Google, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Until next time, so long from Guthrie, America.